Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. Now I am beyond tired today. I am filming this after the weekend of Comic-Con, and even though I wasn't there, you still get involved because you don't want to miss any spoilers, and because they're 8 hours behind, it means you are getting no sleep. And when you're an ultimate fan person like me, you don't want to miss anything. So I was, since about Thursday, have not slept practically at all. So I am exhausted, but it's finally over. I found out all the spoilers for my favourite shows, so I am excited for that. But I am so glad it's over so I can finally get some rest. But that is sort of what I wanted to talk about this week. Not Comic-Con in general, but sort of how I get through my bad moments and how I've reached out into the world in my own little way. Now, I'm very limited with what I can do in my world right now. I can't really do much. That's sort of a mixture of my physical illnesses as well as my mental illness. So I'm sort of limited to what I can do. I don't get to see people very often, and that can make my anxiety worse. And I have very bad anxiety about meeting new people, being around people, and just talking to people in general. Even friends I can still get really nervous speaking to. So the way that I sort of make sure that I can still have relationships and contact with the world while I'm limited physically to that is online. Now, you all know that I am a huge Glee fan, and it saved my life, and that will forever be my show. That, you know, nothing can replace Glee. But I love Arrow. I'm obsessed with Arrow, and hence my Arrow t-shirt I've got on now. And that's basically why I was staying up all weekend for Comic-Con. Arrow is now sort of my go-to show to help me escape the world. And I've made really good friends in that sort of world of Arrow. With Glee, you had people in the fandom, I suppose, that you chatted to every week, that you were a part of, that you discussed the episode with, the spoilers. And now that Glee's over, we still get in contact, we still talk, but it's not as much because there isn't a Glee episode airing every week. There isn't, you know, new things with Glee. You still reminisce, but it's not the same. Whereas Arrow, I have groups of people that I talk to when we air, when we trend things on Twitter, when we're a part of just little things to get excited about the show. And that's how I reach out. And it might sound ridiculous to a lot of people, but that's sort of how I stay connected to the world. And I talk to people from all over the world. And yes, a lot of the time, the most I know about them is their name on Twitter or Tumblr. But we talk about this thing that connects us, that gets us out of our shell a bit and helps bring people from all over the world, from different backgrounds, from whether they're this popular person or to the one person that's like a hermit like me that lives in my bedroom. We have a common ground, and it helps me stay connected to the world. So if you're like me and you don't get to have a lot of contact with a lot of people, I suggest doing it online. Find something that you enjoy, and that it could be TV shows, it could be music, it could be anything. And find people that enjoy that subject along with you. And you will find that you get so excited and you have people there to get crazy with and go all bonkers about a spoiler or a new song or whatever it is. And it helps knowing that you have people interested in the exact same thing you are, and you don't have to know every detail about them. All you need to know is that you share the love of the same thing. Now, Arrow has become my show that sort of pulls me out of my depressy days, I suppose, if you want to call them. I know it's a complete different show from Glee. If you paired Arrow and Glee, they are the opposite spectrums of the universe. But you can't help what you love. I am obsessed with Arrow. You know, I was never a big comic book person, but ever since watching Arrow, I fall in love with the Flash and all of those. DC side, sorry, but I have. But Arrow is always my main one. But what I love the most about Arrow is it's just captivated me, and it helps me. I know there's just something about it that speaks to me, I suppose. And the cast of Arrow are absolutely one of the best casts I think ever. They are clearly very good friends in real life, and they're very, the main person, Stephen Amell, is very like open and on Facebook Live a lot, and you just become a huge fan of him. I mean, I'm not ashamed to admit it that I am a little bit in love with Stephen Amell, but it's just so nice to know that I have these places now where whether it's Arrow, whether it's Glee, whether it's watching Stephen Amell's live feed on Facebook, whether it's anything of that, I have these arsenals that I can pull out now because I've gone through my depression for years now, that I know things that help. And Glee right now is still quite a sore subject. I still get very emotional watching it. But Arrow has become my little show that has managed to bring me out of the darkness quite a bit lately and get me excited about life. Because when Glee ended, that was something that I lacked. I lacked something that got me excited, and I lacked something that, you know, gave me something to look forward to. And Arrow has stepped into that place, and just, I love it. It's not like I didn't watch Arrow from the beginning. I watched Arrow from, I think, the middle of season 1, I think. So I've come to love Arrow. It's not like I've just found it, but I started to appreciate it a hell of a lot more. And what it's done for me has been incredible, especially over these past few months, where all these temptations of going back to self-harm, trying to fight off the suicidal thoughts, have been eating at my brain. And whether it's putting on a few episodes of Arrow, whether it's watching some videos from Stephen Amell, it's really helped. And yes, there is some days where those thoughts are too tempting and I can't do anything, and there is some things that Stephen Amell can't cure, but it's helped me getting back into something that I love, getting back into the excitement of being a part of a fandom that I can chat to people from all over the world and get excited about, that I can watch and interact with the actors, that I can love the show, and I can spend all weekend practically awake waiting for spoilers of the next season, just because you don't want to miss a thing, even though they're the other side of the world. But I love it, and it's really helped me get my groove back. So I encourage anyone who's sort of like me and has trouble talking to people, or just sort of feels a bit alone, find something that you honestly love and enjoy and talk about it with people online. You will find there is fandoms for practically everything. It's just, people love lots of things, and you just get a part of it, and you can't help but the other people help you feel better, and you become part of this little family online. And it's an amazing feeling to be a part of something that you are a part of, a group of people from all over the world that all love the same thing that you love and want to be as nuts about it as you, without any judgment, nothing. And it's really helped me. So I encourage it that if you're finding it where you're sort of like me, where I'm stuck, not really getting much contact with the world, or just really scared to, go online and find and talk about things that you love and enjoy, and find people that love and enjoy them too, and become part of little fandom family, and it makes you feel so much better to be a part of something. So that is my crazy talk on what it's like to be a fangirl. But honestly, it's really helped me these past few months when suicidal thoughts and self-harm thoughts have come back full force, and I've been left defenseless. Just being back a part of a fandom and watching Arrow far too many times that I should be proud of, and, you know, watching and interacting with the actors have really just helped me pull myself away from the darkness. And that's all that matters, is that I'm slowly getting my groove back. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye guys.